Dun, dun. It's on!
It's on!
It's on!
Hey, Juby, aren't you going to introduce us?
I will. I'm going to start with Mike Celestino today because he's yet to speak today. I want to make sure he actually is capable. How are you doing today, Mike?
Would have been better if we couldn't hear your lips move that time, Mike.
That is Mike Celestino, the man in charge of Star Wars and Southern California theme parks here at Laughing Place. Above him is Rebecca Mosley, the woman in charge of me and co-founder of Laughing Place. How you doing, Rebecca?
I'm doing okay, babe. How you doing?
Doing okay. And then down below, we have the vice president of Empty Vaults, our own little Geraldo Rivera. How you doing, Jeremiah? Whose vault was that again? I can't remember.
Capone.
Oh, that's right. Oh. How you doing, Jeremiah?
Good. How about you, Doobie? How was that walk and talk? You enjoyed that today?
I did not do a walk and talk today.
What? Who was I talking to?
That wasn't me. Did someone claim they were me?
They were doing an excellent impersonation, apparently. They did a puppet show and...
Sorry, I was not able to walk and talk today. You went to Magic Kingdom, though, and we'll get to that in a moment. But
yes.
We are doing Disney Park Talk Live. We're going to talk about the week in Disney theme parks, and what a week it's been. I have a feeling that we may not see a busier week than this for the rest of the year. What do you guys think? That could be false. As Disneyland Prep, this is our last Disney Park Talk Live with the closed Disneyland, hopefully forever. So looking forward to getting this out the way and getting back to normal life on Friday. So, and as always, we're live. If you have any comments, any questions, please let us know in the comments. I can't believe not a single hello or anything. This is bizarre.
Hey, look.
There we go. Hi there. All right, so let's start with first quick announcement. Disneyland opens on April 30th. That's Friday. We will be there as a company, of course. I'm not sure which individuals will be there, but I do know the company will be there on Friday and other times through the weekend. Certainly, we will have some live opportunities. We'll have tons of reports. It's going to be so much fun. Stay on Laughing Place and stay on Laughing Place and be informed. But
I suggest if you're watching right now, don't close the window of Laughing Place through Friday.
That is good advice. That is great advice. Well,
I don't know. Tonight's movie talk is going to be riveting.
What is it tonight?
The Island at the Top. The Island at the Top of the Earth.
Hey, that's one of my dad's favorites, y'all.
I am part of that movie club, and I'm having a hard time. Just
All right, so we want to get started though today with something that's not going to be there on the 30th, but hopefully will be there very, very soon, and that is Disney's introduction of a walking, talking, sentient, deadly new animatronic that will eventually take over the entire world and render us all useless. Show us Groot. And there he is. Doesn't look like Groot yet, but you got to start somewhere. Now he looks all kind and friendly, which you know means he has ulterior motives.
Oh, isn't he cute?
Skynet.
And he does the Karate Kid move.
And lots of hellos. Yeah, we're
Look,
doomed.
there's a cable attached to his head.
Yeah, I saw another outlet describe this as free roaming, and I was like, there's clearly a cable.
Well, he is free roaming a couple of times. That's, I think, just to keep him from taking over the world.
Well,
Yeah, that's his tether.
Is this Fantasyland Dragons Galaxy's Edge drone thing, or is this Muppet Labs? Like what kind
I
of
would hope
range of
it's more like
expectations?
Lucky, where he actually appears more than just once.
Okay.
But
So
yeah,
like, so how long did that Miko thing last? Do you guys remember when they had Miko over at DCA?
I never saw Miko.
That lasted for quite a while. Stitch over at Interventions lasted a while.
Oh,
So.
I remember the Stitch phone.
Yeah, so some of these,
Aww.
I mean, I think the vast majority of them are intended to last a while, but when you're doing R&D, not everything works and in such a way that it's ever going to become possible to have it in the park on a regular basis. And so you go ahead and do it one time and move on. I mean, because even Lucky never became a regular thing.
Mm-mm.
I feel like Lucky never actually exited R&D. They just kept trying and trying R&D, but he never just became a regular thing. Maybe my memory's wrong, but that's what I remember.
Yeah,
So.
no, I understand what you're saying, but you used to be able, but you could go see him pretty regularly at Animal Kingdom.
Correct.
And then at international parks. Did you ever get to see Lucky Mike Celestino, or was that before your era?
Well, what's Lucky?
He was at D23 Expo.
Lucky the dinosaur that is like a living dinosaur. He had a little cart behind him, and
he was free roaming.
I've seen video of it, but I don't think I saw it in person.
Did you go to the first expo, Mike?
No.
My first Lucky
expo was 2015 was my first one.
He was free roaming, Lucky, with a huge cart that actually was where everything was and kept him balanced. But he was pretty cool. Jeremiah, were you impressed by little Groot there?
I was. I cannot wait. I'm excited because all signs are pointing towards Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind for where Groot will appear. So I'm looking forward to that. And hopefully he won't be like the dragon or like the X-Wings or the numerous. He comes out for an opening and never seen again.
Like, did they use Tinkerbell? Did she become a regular thing, or was that just for the AP preview?
That was just the AP preview, and she fell and caught on fire. So I was hoping that
she wasn't. So, you got to swing. If you don't swing, you can't miss. No, that's not what I meant to say, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
All right.
Go ahead. What's next, GB?
Next up, I believe we have. So lots of people were disappointed when Trader Sam and confused when Trader Sam disappeared from the end of the Jungle Cruise in Magic Kingdom. Well, apparently Trader Sam of sorts has returned, and that was announced or will be returning, excuse me, and that was announced this morning. Jeremiah, you're on the East Coast. You want to tell us about it?
Trader Sam or Chief Name or Trader Sam is removed here. Last week, they completely removed the base, so they dug it all up. I actually didn't get a chance to look at it on a bigger screen. I didn't realize that this is the Disneyland Jungle Cruise because you can tell by the wall in the background. But judging by the size of that, they're gonna. Yes, I know I'm amazing. That's going to take up a huge amount of space because you think of if that's where Little Squirt is now at Disneyland, Trader Sam would be staying right next to him, and then right around the corner is the water buffalo and the python, so that could reach all the way around. But this is what we'll be seeing at the end of the river, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll add so many jokes. Yes, he can still be the head salesman. Yes, he can still have a 2-for-1 special. No, they can't make cannibal jokes, but still, all of that with the monkeys playing with the underwear and a gramophone. And imagine how many tiki mugs Trader Sam will be selling out of there.
Yeah, that's what.
How
about you, Mike? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rebecca.
No, go ahead, Mike.
I like it. I do wish they had incorporated Trader Sam maybe in a redesigned form. He could still.
Trader Sam could still show up. We've seen concept art a la Marvel or Avengers Campus, where, hey, look, we don't have this major show building behind it. We just have a Quinjet.
Okay.
I think we'll see Sam show up.
Okay.
I also was lost on that, but I believe you. Did you guys notice? I saw people pointing out the potential for there being a ride photo.
Oh.
If you zoom in there, it says cruise photo, and there's a monkey with a camera.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's a neat idea.
I
That'd
think
be lovely.
I think that'll probably just be the photo, their joke about it's a gift shop, so you can buy the photo. Because if somebody's on the other side of the boat, they're not getting a picture.
Oh, I don't know
Right.
about that with the way things are now. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't put it past them to figure out a way beyond that. I mean, I'm still amazed at how they give me a little video of me riding the mine train when I'm in Fantasyland. So
Walt Disney World, yes, but at Disneyland where they don't have magic bands or RFID, that's
But
the biggest thing about that.
yeah, no, I gotcha. I'm with you. But who knows? This is concept art, so who knows what elements are applicable to which coast in its totality.
And we do have RFIDs. We all have cell phones. They're all there. But I have a great idea for
What's your
making
great idea?
everyone happy, bringing back Trader Sam, holding the heads, walking like a baby Groot. How awesome would that be?
Ew.
The head's in one hand, like fingers in the other one. He just kind of gnaws on it.
Oh, you guys are just nasty.
And no cannibalism jokes, just the visual.
I was just going to say that for me, I know that this is an area where you're often backed up because the load can or may not be particularly efficient. So the notion that they have a much deeper visual to pull jokes and fun from is really appealing. There was only so much you could do with, kind of Trader Sam and the elephant. So now that they have kind of this rich tableau, I'm happy about that. So,
one of my first thoughts when I saw that concept art was that I would like to try to build it out of Lego, which I'm terrible at building my own creations out of Lego, but all the elements of that image. What was that?
He's spelling Lego on his forehead.
That's exactly what I was doing. Dewey called me a loser about something, and you're talking about Lego building, and he's not saying a word.
I feel like somebody much more talented than me at Lego could build.
We should start the Kickstart for that.
It is very exciting to me. They announced this Jungle Cruise thing, but that the way they're kind of piecing out little bits to get us more and more excited as it goes on is really fun. I hope they do the same thing with Tiana's contraption over at that Big Brown Mountain, because it's a fun way to do it. Don't just announce it and then a little bit of concept art and bring it out, but just keep teasing and teasing and teasing, and it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it.
Oh, and continuing in the vein of nerddom, hey, for those of you who love to collect Epcot posters, they've been putting up a few more on Shop Disney. The various Epcot posters are coming around now. So let me see if I can get a few to flash through. I thought I had it set up to where I could, but because we've got the Epcot, we've got Mission Rewind, we've got Mission Space, and the Play Pavilion. So old and new both are popping up now once again on Shop Disney. So there you go.
This is the second time that they've put up. The first time was the limited, where it was $200. These are $99, and then the minis are like $40.
Something like that. Yeah. There's more information in the article. So yeah.
We really need to do postcards, and we could just frame them all.
Wouldn't it be nice if they did a little book like they did for Galaxy's Edge? Galaxy's Edge had that little book of postcards that were like the various planets of the Star Wars universe, as I recall. My son picked him up. Hi, John. How you doing?
He's ready to go.
I know. Kidder's going to be in Florida next month. I'm envious.
I can't believe I might go on Radiator Springs Racers before John does, because he's not going till like May something, and I'll be there on Friday.
Have you ever ridden with him?
Yes, I shot.
Did you watch
much footage of him and documentary?
Dewey didn't connect it.
See, when I see footage of him on it, it doesn't click that Mike was there filming it.
He'd need to see a selfie of Mike and John sitting by each other.
Wasn't part of the trailer you interviewing him on the ride, Mike? Like, wasn't there a scene of you talking to him?
It's not how
Uh,
Doobie's mind works.
I
Doobie's
don't
mind
think
is
so,
a
but
is a very very unique unique thing.
Are you ready to behave?
I do wish I had bought.
for that.
Time out.
I wish I had bought the ride photo of me crouched in the front seat, turned around with pointing the
You
camera
should
at
have.
John.
Oh, that would have been cool.
It would have
Then
been
I
a
would
good.
understand.
Yeah, I doubt
By-
that still exists anywhere. But I
By
should.
the way, those of you watching right now, if you have any questions or just want to share your excitement about your upcoming trip, if you happen to be heading to the parks or like Kidder here who's going to Florida next month, share the joy. We love to hear about it. Oh, John Allen Hale heading there on May 10th to DCA and Disneyland, I'm sure. So, yep.
See, he agreed. You should have bought the picture, and then I would understand that Mike was on the ride with John Allen Hale.
Oh man,
I bought this one. It's me when I was all by myself on Mission Breakout during the media.
oh that's
event.
cute.
Aw.
I
The
like how
media-
I like how it's overrun by Star Wars paraphernalia. Do you see
Well,
that?
it's all
there's,
park stuff. There's the
See?
red pirate red, and oh, this is from Ghostbusters at Halloween Horror Nights. You can get Louis Tully's business card, and then yeah, this is from
the cantina.
Indiana Jones translator
Nice, very good.
and Arabesh translator. This
Remember
is
that time?
I consult this for my job for really regularly. So
Remember that time Mike gave us a tour of all his stuff live? Like, it was one of our first lives with Mike gives a tour. It was a lot of fun. We should do that again sometime. All right, another quick story. So the big vaccination pod they had opened up at the Disneyland Resort, the Super Pod in the Toy Story parking lot, is now going to be closing as they prepare to open the park, and they probably need that space for cast member parking and such. So, but as we all know, vaccination has been opened up around the country to everyone 16 years and older. The demand is being met. Thank you very much, Disneyland Resort, for helping your country out. You have made us all proud. We salute you.
Meanwhile, over on the other coast, I have pictures of
This
the
is exciting.
return of self refills.
Speaking of things starting to return to normal, this is beyond exciting. Check this out. You got a cup. You need to put something in it. Do you say, "Excuse me, sir, can I get Coke?" Not
Please,
anymore.
sir, may I have more?
Now you, all by yourself, can take the cup, put it underneath the liquid, press the button, and get your soda yourself. In fact, if you want part Diet Coke and part Coke, you can do that. So that's exciting.
wait, John
Right,
got
guys?
his shots from the
At-
soda
at-
dispenser.
I was
Yeah.
gonna no at the Toy Story parking lot, which is why I took the picture down.
Shot,
Wait,
shot,
you got-
shot, shot,
you
shot,
got-
shot.
Soda at the Toy Story parking lot?
In combination with the soda, this could mean any number of things. But no,
So-
that's very cool. It's gonna be weird when people of this era write their kind of their Disney diary, as it were. You know, because part of their Disney diary now is gonna be, I got vaccinated in the parking lot of my favorite theme park.
Dear Disney Diary. Today,
It's just a fascinating. I don't know. I think it's cool. What can I say? These kinds of things amuse me.
that if I was there, I totally would wait
Right?
until I could just do
So,
that.
so a question for you, just off the top of my head. Let's say, thinking back into the future when things are 100% the way they were back in 2019, is there one thing you'll miss from the way things operate right now in terms of Disney theme parks or Disney resorts?
How about Disney movies? Does that count?
No.
Sure.
All right.
Yes. No, I override him. I say yes.
Oh, I like streaming stuff. I don't like going to movie theaters anymore. So
I love going to the movie theaters,
Okay.
so
Yeah, disagree
if
with
I
you on
could
that
go to the
one.
movies and there would be no one else there, I'd be all for it. But
Okay.
Um,
So what's yours, Jeremiah? You were saying that there's something you've fallen in love with.
Tony and I just discussed this. The first day I have to go back to a theme park and hear, fill up all available space, shoulder to shoulder, keep no space in between you and the party in front of you will be the day I'm just like,
Aw.
I'm taking the chip out of my arm at that point.
Yeah. I was gonna say for me, it's the spacing on like a bus or a monorail. I kind of enjoy that we aren't doing the packed in thing. The ferry, everybody like waits in their own little space. I kind of like it. Not gonna lie.
Wow, am I the only person that's looking forward to being nose to nose with a stranger again after 14 hours in the theme park?
Yes.
Crammed into a monorail at the end of the day. I miss.
Let's play the game of who's wearing deodorant.
Getting 5 across on a tram when one of those 5 is me. That is a good time. That is a good time, and I miss it and can't wait.
Don't breathe.
Yeah.
Guess I'm alone on those.
Well, over at the Magic Kingdom, they're prepping and making everything super pretty and fancy in preparation for its 50th birthday. How are things looking, Jeremiah?
They look great. The castle, I was there today. I believe almost all the 2 turrets that don't have the swirls are the triangular ones. So they probably won't do that. But everything looks like it's up. Nothing has changed in the past week. So hopefully this is what we'll be looking at. I know that the projections will be coming back and we'll see something more. But overall, the park is just
Did
beautiful.
you take this one, Jeremiah?
Of course I did.
It's a beautiful picture.
Thank you.
That one not so much. Do you know why, by the way, they're leaving? Do you know why they're leaving 2 of the turrets without the swirlies on them?
Because they're triangular.
Because it's a symbol that Disney World will never be complete.
Thank you, Julie.
No, stop. Do be starting new mythology.
And here's Peter Pan's flight. They have been under the process of refurbishing the buildings for Peter Pan It's Small World. It's Small World finished a few months ago. Peter Pan, the backside where there used to be the restrooms, you can see there has the scrim up, so they're working on that. And the front side had been redone not too long ago, but apparently we're getting a new sign soon.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
wondering if it's 3-dimensional or if it's going to be, something brand new.
Very neat.
And then Village House is going through changing the colors. This was last week. Today, the blue is pretty much all looking at it to the left, that's all blue now, but they still have a little bit left. So they're changing everything to the royal blue, and that spire there still has nothing on it, so it looks strange.
That is, your pictures are just stunning, Jeremiah.
Thank you. I actually don't even think I enhanced these.
And it makes me wonder why they're not this good more often.
Oh, stop. Be nice. No backhanded compliment.
No
Backhandedness.
No, I'm just kidding, Jeremiah. You do a fabulous job. Fabulous job.
And that was the first
sorry.
Part that was changed. Wow. So it does look just amazing with the gold. But I didn't take a close-up picture. Kind of walking up, you can kind of see that they just really put the stuff right on top of the roof. It is very much like the Disneyland Castle for the 50th, where they just kind of stuck it on there and they'll take it off at the end.
Marshall chiming in as only Marshall can. I'm not even going to read it. You all have to read it in the voice of Marshall. And if you don't know what Marshall sounds like, then you have to watch LP TV Club, because Marshall is an inimitable force that I will not even try to replicate.
We get Benji to do it, or Alex to do an impersonation of Marshall.
He did a great Jeremiah.
That's what I keep hearing.
It was so good. It was so good. I wanted to ask Mike a question. We were looking at Peter Pan there, and if I'm not mistaken, Mike, you like Peter Pan.
Yes.
Would you rather ride Peter Pan for 1 hour straight or just one single ride on Small World?
I've done Small World a lot more than I've done Peter Pan, because the Peter Pan line, as you guys know, is always forever at Disneyland. So I think I would choose Peter Pan.
Thank you. That's all.
Can I ask a follow-up to that one?
Sure.
Would Tony rather ride Peter Pan for an hour straight, or have to get a virtual queue time for Rise of the Resistance?
The cool thing is, while he was waiting for that virtual queue, he could go ride Peter Pan for an hour straight. That's the beauty of the virtual queue. Continue, Rebecca.
No, it's okay. I don't know where you want to go next, Mr. Doobie.
I hear the Festival of the Lion King is going to be returning, and they've actually begun rehearsals and have been kind enough to share some photos of those.
Okay, that's funny. That's what I'm trying to find right now because I closed that window by mistake.
So
I can help out.
Here they are. Here they are. Here they are.
Jeff
they are.
had shared this, or
The nice one though. That was awesome. Just as that's what I was trying to find. So here we go.
Wow, and them releasing this kind of feels like a very lucky day for us that they're doing these rehearsals. Yes, Jeremiah.
oh no, I'm just mimicking the photo.
Oh, okay. It's funny. Those are not actual people. They are just kind of like the Groot animatronics, and they're just waving, and there's more coming.
Apparently, Tony has never used the virtual queue because it
What?
does give you an estimated time to return.
Yes, it most definitely does. Tony,
Yeah, it does.
Tony,
Tony
Tony
just
knows.
really doesn't like the virtual queue. So, we just have to understand.
the list of things Tony doesn't like, including me even calling his name or saying Tony Baxter because he thinks that people are saying Tony Betty. No one in the history of mankind has confused Tony Baxter and Tony Betty.
That was funny during you weren't there for this, Jeremiah, but Disney Trivia Live, Tony Baxter's name was brought up quite a few times, and Tony Betty was like, "Could you please stop talking about that? I keep thinking you're talking about me."
Apparently, Tony thinks we're always talking about him.
Because you guys are always talking about him.
So, Rebecca, you got the chance to talk to some unique people about a unique program in this unique time. Would you like to share that with us?
Wow, for somebody who doesn't like it when people say very unique, you certainly used unique a lot in that sentence. But actually, this past week, I had the chance to speak to the Disney Animal Kingdom team about the adaptation of the character drawing classes. They are bringing them to the children's hospitals in the Florida area. So what they used to do is like monthly, the Animal Kingdom would bring smaller animals into the hospitals, and it provided a change of pace, obviously, but then also by seeing how the Animal Kingdom team would care for these animals, it could open the window for these children to have discussions about animal care, something that they could relate with as well, because these are smaller creatures, and it kind of allow for that type of connection. And it was really great to be able to. It's an article. It'll be here in the description down below if you want to read more about it. But just a neat idea, because they weren't able to do these in person anymore. What they are doing now is a video presentation about the animals, and then they're bringing this draw a character class, which is something that I've enjoyed as a Disney theme park guest. And so to hear about it going into the children's hospitals is really, really cool. I'm glad that they were able to come up with this idea, because kind of think outside the box in regards to continuing to bring that Disney magic to the children's hospital.
Beautiful. I love that community stuff is so cool. Sorry,
Yeah, no, that's one of the things that I think we all have had a chance to see as Disney fans over the years, is not only the entertainment side of the Disney company, but just also what a tremendous good neighbor, community partner that they are, whether it's the Chalk Walk or these children's hospital visits or the support of Give Kids the World, just all these different organizations that Disney is a part of. Even a couple of years ago, right, they had that Give a Day, Get a Day scenario where if you donated a certain number of hours, you could receive either a park ticket or something, or some other Disney gift. They had a mouse hat collectible, things like this. So I don't know. It's something. You look at their longtime history with Toys for Tots, the Toys for Tots logo, right, created in part by the Disney team. So
I love how you say a couple years ago. I have a feeling that was at least 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
And I remember Paul Pressler had the Boys and Girls Club he was associated with. I think that's like a normal thing for each president to have their charity that they're associated with. The next thing I wanted to go to was the SpaceX launch, which Rebecca will show some amazing pictures Disney shared of the rocket launch on Friday. It was before park hours, but Disney was out there getting some pictures. But it made me want to ask either of you, probably more on the East Coast, any memories of seeing launches at the park, Jeremiah, Rebecca, Mike?
Not I. This I missed. The one time that I was in the park for an actual launch, it was the last space shuttle launch, and I was in Disney's Animal Kingdom, and everybody's like, "It's right there," but nobody could see it because of the cloud cover.
Oh.
Caitlin, in just a minute, I'll put an address in the chat here. Yes, definitely. Please feel free to reach out to us. I'll put an email address here for you. Actually, if somebody's watching, editor at
I'll put it in.
Okay. Sorry, Jeremiah.
Oh no, I'm good. Those are beautiful pictures, though.
How about you, Mike? Have you seen any? It's harder on the West Coast to end up with a launch, but
I have vague recollections of my dad and I going out to the coast to watch the space shuttle launch from Long Island, New York. Is that possible? That we would have seen it from that far away?
I wouldn't think so. I'm wondering what it was. I remember one time, Doobie, we were on, I'm pretty sure it was the People Mover, and we saw something in the sky, and we were all joking, "Oh, it's Armageddon."
Yeah,
and it turned out it was a Vandenberg, right? It was a Vandenberg.
Yeah, this was in
launch.
California. And it was a Vandenberg rocket launch, but you just look up there and you go, perhaps we were about to get hit by a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, everybody there was like this momentary tension, and we couldn't just pull out our smartphones, to check and see what was going on at the time. But yeah, that was an interesting moment. And then when they transported the shuttle cross country, they made sure to fly nice and low over the theme parks. I actually made a point when we lived in Orlando of seeing the space shuttle launch in all 4 parks. So I have a photograph of shuttle launch over Everest, a photograph of the shuttle launch over Partners. The one that I took at the studios, unfortunately, the way the setup was, it's pretty much the front entrance and the shuttle, so it's not like that iconic. And then the Epcot one, I was over by Mission Space, so I have Mission Space with a shuttle in the background. And then Doobie and I watched a morning launch one time from the top of the Contemporary, which still is the most amazing visual. It was like a sunrise. We were standing on top of the Contemporary and early morning hours, and like I say, it was dark out, and you thought it was about to be daybreak as the shuttle launched it over on the horizon. It was a really, really impressive thing. And one of these days, I will gather up all those images and share them. But I haven't.
One more.
Done that.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
There you go.
This website says that the shuttle launches would have been visible from the northeast. So
Cool.
I
had no idea.
Correctly.
That's amazing.
But I did go to Space Camp.
Yeah, you've got us all.
Oh, I saw that movie. You taught the robot how to make a real space shuttle launch,
Baby Groot.
and then you had to land in White Plains, New York.
Did you get to go on the vomit comet in Space Camp?
I did not. No, but we did other training exercises. There were simulators and stuff.
So
the chair that flips. It's like a gyroscope type thing.
You got to do that?
Yeah. I have video of it. I have a VHS tape that they gave me at the end of it.
So Mission Space is just going back to school for you.
I only ever did Mission Space once because I did not care for it.
Oh, because you've been to space. You don't need to be doing that
No,
stuff.
we didn't actually go to space.
That's the extra money.
So Disney has teased an event on, I believe, May the 4th, not the 5th, for a Star Wars merchandise event.
It's the 4th and the 5th. I just made my reservation today.
See, I've been right the whole time.
You have been.
Well, what do you know about it, Mike?
It's going to be at the place they've been doing those merchandise events, the former ESPN Zone building in downtown Disney District on May the 4th and the 5th. and it's they only showed one piece of merchandise that I could find, one of the pins for this year's May the 4th be with you celebration. But yeah, I'll be there 11 a.m. on the 4th. I'll grab whatever we find to be appropriate and show it off, either here or on the Star Wars headlines show.
This got me thinking. I have a question for you, Mike, to the degree you're comfortable answering, because I don't want to get too deep into your personal information. But you do collect Star Wars items, am I correct?
Far too much, yes.
What would you say is the single most valuable thing you have? Not personally valuable, just valuable.
Oh boy, I don't.
The
have
sail
any...
barge behind you is pretty expensive.
How much does that go for now? Yeah, I haven't really looked into that, but
I think the last time I saw it was probably about $1,500.
okay, yeah, that's probably up there. I don't have anything that's like super rare or anything. I have a piece of the Crate Dragon skeleton, but I don't know how much my wife paid for that.
Okay. How about you, Jeremiah?
Well, I discovered that all of my action figures from when I was a child are gone, so I don't really know anymore.
That's the
Oh,
worst.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Did that hurt?
it hurt because I had the Darth Vader carrying case and I had all my figures in it, and I thought that they were in my storage, and then when I was going through all my storage, nothing's around. I do have, when I was a kid and Jedi came out, the Scholastic that you used to get through the schools, I have the slipcase with all 3 of the storybooks of Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, and Empire, and that's probably my favorite. I don't know what the price of it is, but it's still, it's expensive in my heart.
How about you, Doobie?
Oh, I don't collect Star Wars anything. I think maybe the most valuable thing we have is, I remember it took me a long time to find that Princess Leia outfit from Return of the
No,
Jedi.
stop. The thing that I
It looks cute on you, though.
the thing
I'm
that I
kidding.
would put as most the thing that I would put as most valuable would be my collection of digital VHS before Lucas re-edited them.
Before he ruined them.
Well, it's on DVD also.
I know, but I still like that I have the VHS.
Are we sure that he did not somehow edit our VHSs?
I know. Wouldn't surprise me.
You had the FBI agents come to your house with their walkie-talkies in their hands that they hold like this and edit them personally.
Somewhere I still have my original, 12-inch Leia. Somewhere. She's here somewhere.
Hanging out
With her
Jeremiah.
flat feet. Her flat feet. Unlike Barbie. Barbie had those, nicely, elevated feet so she could have high heels. Leia was just flat foot. That's how they created Leia.
I think the most valuable item that we have, though, not Star Wars, but just item, is probably, funny enough, one of the smallest, just this little pin with Mickey Mouse. You know the one I'm talking about, Jeremiah?
Really? I thought it was the 900. I thought it was the Haunted Mansion dead end pin.
No, the dead end pin doesn't go for much.
It doesn't anymore? Okay.
How about the one we have? Does that still go for a lot?
I need to find. We also have those Autopia, the Autopia car.
I did. I was able to acquire one of the Autopia cars on
I just
the
said that
paper,
to Jeremiah.
and I only paid $3.50 for it.
Oh, nice.
But the same person that was selling the press pin trading pin,
Yeah.
I did not have nearly enough money for that one.
It's in my will for you.
I know.
Don't
but can
tell
you
him
put
that,
it in
no.
movies so I can knock him off because I like you.
It's in my will for you. Gideon hasn't developed an affinity for pins, so it's for you.
When I was at Disney World in it was like 2015, I think, at Star Wars weekends, I bought there was this droid set of pins that was in the blind box, and I only bought one box of it, and it came with the mouse droid chaser pin.
Ooh.
Which I remember looking it up on eBay a while after that, and it was selling for a couple $100. So
Wow.
I don't know what it goes for now, but
Jeremiah, what's the most expensive pin you've seen listed? Actually sold. This pin sold at blank.
it would be WDI, like Mickey's of Glendale pins. And there's some of those older ones that they used to sell for like $10 at like show and sales when WDI would show up there that are going for a few $100s. There aren't a lot of the big name ones anymore, sadly. It's kind of a hit and miss. It's like, okay, this came out, and then nobody cares 2 weeks later. That's why if you buy something and you happen to be one of those people, sell it right away, because if not, you're sitting on it. But you should not be a reseller. You should only buy if you like, because I have a whole closet of chunks of metal that I like.
Jeremiah with its message for the day.
Now I'm going to try to
But
find
how
a
about
sign-up thing.
historically? What can you remember? Because I remember back in like the earlier days of pin trading, man, there were some bank being spent on pins.
The ones that are still going pretty big are the Walt Disney Classic Collection Haunted Mansion one that had the dangles with the ghosts. That one I still saw a few weeks ago, and it was still up there. The wet paint chaser or surprise pin is still a good one. The early surprise pins are kind of hit and miss.
Because I can remember pins like going for 300, 400, upwards of 700 or more. I was just trying to think, what's the most expensive pin I could ever see go on eBay? Do you have one, Mike, that you can remember looking at it and being like, wow, that was quite an increase in value on that pin?
No,
don't follow it much
too early. Yeah, too often. Yeah.
Mike does it for the love of it. Money is not a consideration for him. It's all about the love.
I feel like I pretend not to be a pin person, but I have so many pins. Like I buy pins all the time, and yet I pass those people with the giant books of pins at the parks, and I look down my nose at them like they're lesser than me, you know.
Okay.
And then we need to fill it. So we all just need to pitch in and buy Mike a pin book so he can realize that he's one of them.
Even aside from the pins, the thought that this guy looks down his nose at some other collector.
Seriously, how can anybody fill their house with that much junk?
Especially, stuff that's like that big as opposed to a 6 foot tall Java sail barge.
We all do it though, you know it. Everybody has their thing.
I know.
I could never do that. Then you look and you realize, wait, I just do that in some other arena.
Well, just in general, I'll look down my nose at like Trekkies or Star Wars people, but I go to theme parks, every day when I live in the area. Our hobby is always more important than their hobby, whatever it is.
I was gonna say somewhere I have evidence that you are the largest theme park. What were you, the winner of the goofiest? What was it called? The goofiest link.
The goofiest link. Yes, I won.
Yes, and you have an award that was given to you by David Mumford and Bill Farmer. What a combo!
Goofiest what?
Wait, back when the weakest link was a big thing, they had a trivia contest.
I didn't know what it was either, Mike. I was really wondering where we're going right now.
Do you remember the weakest link?
Yeah, isn't that back on with?
Yeah. With Jane Lynch, right?
Jane Lynch, not Jane Curtin. You're right.
Also, update: the May 4th and May 5th events are both sold out.
They were sold out so fast. By the time I found out about them, they were sold out. So I didn't tell Mike because I was worried that he hadn't.
No, we were on top of it.
That feels good. That feels so. Now all we need is for it to be a total mess. I'm going to offer refunds, and it'll feel just like the old days.
Well, the funny thing was that this morning I was like already hunched over my computer waiting for the Knott's reservations to open up, and like a minute before 10 a.m., which is when Knott's is going to open the reservations, Disneyland sent out that tweet, and I was like, oh my God, I got to do both these things at the same time. Of course, actually, this time the Disneyland one went really fast, and then Knott's I had to wait like 2 hours in the queue for to make my reservation. So,
did you succeed?
Yes.
Very good. I saw a lot of my timeline today was filled with, like a week ago or so, it was filled with all those big Thunder Mountain. Today it was filled with lots of boysenberry photos and your wait time. So it was Knott's Berry Farm. Your wait is over an hour.
Yep.
So
I'm so excited for Mike to get back there, ride Ghost Rider, have some pie. It's gonna be awesome.
I can't believe it. I mean, I'm very excited. In in fact, the Disneyland Resort is going to be celebrating in a special way not too long from now at 8:30
4 hours.
Pacific. They're going to have a special Disneyland magical moment. You can check it out live on their YouTube. They say there's more details at the Disney Parks blog. So I'm excited to see what that's like.
Thank you for reminding me. I need to set my alarm so I can remember to
Well,
watch
I just
that.
realized I set mine for thinking that didn't say Pacific. That said Eastern.
Oh.
I have an alarm that's going to go off at 5:30 for no good reason. So I need to change it. But I'm so excited.
That's when Jeremiah will be watching it.
Gideon's
Sorry.
all of a sudden our 12-year-old son. For those of you who aren't frequently here at LP, he has taken to singing that opening theme of the Christmas parade that was hosted by Neil Patrick Harris. So every once in a while, I'll just hear full voiced coming from other parts of the house. Are you ready to have some fun? And yeah, I feel like it's apropos because I have that song now in my head all the time thanks to him, and I don't think it's incorrect with all of my friends gearing up for some Southern Cali fun, whether they're going opening day or the weekend or they have a date off in the distance. Everybody's just so like peppy and excited, and I love it.
Did you coin that term, Southern Cali fun?
No, I
You
didn't.
just said gearing up for some Southern Cali fun, and that's really clever. I like
Okay.
that.
It was just me misspeaking, but okay, I'll take clever.
Own it. So if you're looking for some Southern Cali fun, just stay tuned to Laughing Place because we'll be at Disneyland on Friday. Mike Celestino will be in Knott's Berry Farm. Do you know when?
Tuesday.
Woohoo!
Week from tomorrow.
Week from tomorrow. Universal Studios is already open. We've been live from there. We've been at Six Flags, Magic Mountain. We've been at Six Flags in Northern California. As soon as Great America opens, I bet we're going to be there.
Sorry. Thursday next week is not Spray Farm. Tuesday is May the 4th. My mistake.
And on that Tuesday, 1 week from tomorrow, Mike Celestino will be doing the trivia contest on Disney Trivia Live. I'm sure we'll have a special guest. I don't know who or what it will be, but we will. Do you know, Mike? Are you able to say? Are you still in the work?
I do know, and I'm not able to say.
Okay.
It's under embargo.
That just tells you
Bravely a costume, dude.
how big a name we've got. I'm wearing mine. I'm wearing mine for the event. So that's why I've got my Coke Zero here because
That's worth the price of admission right there.
a couple more
By the way,
inches
it's
off
free.
before I get that on.
I'm so looking forward to it. May the 4th. I am excited for the fun that will. I keep saying I'm excited, but I really am. I am ready to move beyond this kind of living in Jello that I feel like we've been doing. Well, that's how it's felt. We kind of just
Living in
been
carbonite.
like just kind of
carbonite.
yeah. It really does feel like we're finally kind of moving at a faster pace. I feel like before we were just kind of there, and every once in a while somebody would kind of bang on it. We all kind of jiggle around
Now-
like fruit in a Jello mold.
Okay, you're
Now
making
we're-
me want Jello now.
We're cooking with gas.
Wait, am I supposed to want gas now?
Whether you want it or not, you've got it. Anyway, so I think we're just about done here. Did we miss anything someone wanted to say? Mike?
I went to Downtown Disney.
Woohoo!
Talk about it.
I try to remember what was like notable. There was a new dress at the dress shop. It was really we did like a calm before the storm like preview of the parks reopening. Walking around, we went in the backlot premiere shop, which I feel like is probably going to go away after the parks reopen.
Right.
Oh, you know what? Jeremiah's mentioning something in the chat here that I totally forgot happened.
Oh, the People Mover reopened. When did that
Yes.
happen?
This weekend at some point, and today I wrote it. And I would
Jeremiah-
have been live from it, except we had some technical difficulties, miscommunications. Not Doobie's fault at all.
Never.
So everybody that's just dying to get on the People Mover, the good news is nothing has changed.
Woohoo!
But you do get
How
a
was the queue
great
there?
view. So I was sitting inside the Tomorrowland Power Company, the exit store for Space Mountain, so I could see one of the cars parked, And as soon as I saw it start to move, I got up and went and got in line, which by the time I got in line, there was probably 50 people in front of me. By the time I got off the ride, they had taken over half the Astro Orbiter queue and kicked people out of it. And the line was heading back around the Tomorrowland centerpiece to get to the lunching pad. So it was a 45-minute wait when I was
For the
leaving.
people mover?
Yay!
Yes. And you should have heard the people around me that were like, "This is the best thing ever. I'm so happy this is back. Oh my God, how it's been a year." I was just looking at them like, "You guys know this is the people mover, right?"
How did they
Tony appreciated my comments on our live stream.
how did they distance it?
On the ride, you were there were the 4 cars, so I was in the front and the other people were in the 4th car.
Okay.
Because they could just keep the space that way.
Okay.
Very cool.
So
If
check
they
that out.
reopened the people mover here, the line would be 10 hours long.
I'm super fascinated. I was saying the things I'm super fascinated. I'm interested to see what kind of time sink investment, if any, it will be for Snow White, this new Enchanted Wish. Because I don't know like capacity versus reduced, okay, so Disneyland's going to have reduced attendance, right? But I don't know exactly how much capacity a Fantasyland ride, especially when you're doing social distancing, is going to have. So, how's that going to work? And then you're going to have an influx of new people come in with the park hop around 1. So I'm intrigued to see kind of the supply demand balance when it comes to the Enchanted Wish.
So when the
That's
parks
the geek in
opened
me.
here, watching the managers all be out there with tape measures, measuring out 6 feet to try to extend the queue, that can't happen in Fantasyland. There is no 6 feet. Once you hit the entrance, the 6 feet that you're going into Adventureland down the side, they're going to use the plaza stage as a queue area for.
That's what I'm totally envisioning. I'm envisioning the Snow White queue going past and then into that little corner, into that little archway there, right by Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, and then down and then wrapping around what used to be like the old Carnation Plaza Gardens area. I like I say, the geek in me, I'm so excited to see kind of where are they going to put these socially distanced queues when it comes to Disneyland.
By Snow White's Wishing Well, and then you're looking for Pinocchio. Oh wait,
right?
It was right, Pinocchio.
And then and then but what about, because Mr. Toad, you've got an issue because you've got Mr. Toad, Carousel, Dumbo, and Teacups, right? So, like I say, I can't wait.
I feel like they're going to need people at the gate at each entrance of Fantasyland going, "No, I'm sorry, you can't come in here."
I know, Mike, you haven't been to the East Coast during this, but I'm envisioning Fantasyland being like what I encountered when I thought I was going to go shopping at the Briar Patch. When we were at Walt Disney World recently, I was in Adventureland, and I thought, I'll just pop in the Briar Patch. I think that's the name of that little shop there by Splash Mountain. And I'll see what's in that little shop there.
The Briar Patch is the one that's still closed. It's the photo thingy.
Okay, so what's the one that's right there in that little nook there? I mean, it's closed. I didn't know it was closed till I walked
yes,
there.
that's the Briar Patch. I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about.
No. So I walk over there, and that whole zone is nothing but queue, because you had the Big Thunder Mountain queue weaving, and the queue from Tom Sawyer Island there, and the queue from Splash Mountain, and so pretty much everything that the light touched in that area of Frontierland was queue. It was quite an amazing spectacle. It was cool.
Is Splash Mountain on the list for this Friday? I forget. Is that opening?
I thought it was.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was.
And if Splash Mountain is anything like it was here, there will be a longer line for the merchandise than there was for the ride when it reopened.
That will be interesting. Oh, that's the other thing. They've got all this magic returning.
It'll just be a nightmare. because here it sold out the first 2 hours, and they were finding stuff throughout the day, and they didn't promote it. They're promoting it, and
They're promoting new merchandise.
the Magic Returns merchandise.
Magic. Yeah, I think that's what it was called. I had it on the list, and then I forgot.
Me
The magic is back. The magic is back.
I'm
Merchandise.
surprised at
Like,
that. Really
either you get it right when you walk in, or you wait until whatever's
yeah,
left.
talk to
small.
our CEO who's going to be in that park before I am.
Oh, it'll be in both.
The
Okay.
Magic is returning to DCA too, Mike.
Well, I'll check it out there then.
Implying DCA isn't magical.
And for those of you,
half as magical.
and for those of you who are returning to the resort, be sure and check out the Disney Parks blog or the Disneyland website for the official information on what you might need, or little tips and information regarding like the app and things like this, so that you're going into it aware of what is happening. See, look, Doobie, new merchandise. There's like
Yeah.
Magic is back. See?
That is interesting. Cool. And also, if you're going to be there, take a picture, send it to us at live@laughingplace.com. Have it automatically appear on the front page.
Oh, no, that we don't do that anymore.
We did though back in
Before the days when Twitter was in its infancy, when Twitter was
even before
I thought
Twitter.
Doobie
no,
didn't
before
like
Twitter.
Yeah.
What?
What'd you say?
I thought Doobie didn't like Twitter. That's why we didn't have a Twitter for the first 10
Oh,
years.
you're right.
Before the era of Twitter, you could email your photo to live@laughing_place and it would pop up on the front page, and we had a never-ending stream of guest images that would happen on
Bring
the
it back,
on the
Doobie.
website.
That
Bring it
sounds
back.
really-
like you're asking for trouble.
It was so fun. Oh, it was
it-
curated. It was
Okay.
We had to release each picture. So
yeah. We would get Doobie or I would release the picture.
it would get emailed to us. You had to reply yes, and then it would pop up. So
Back in those days, LP was always on the clock. Doobie and Rebecca were always on the clock. Now it's like more corporate.
now we have people for that. We have people for that. Kind of like Mike walks by with his nose with the pin traders. We walk by Tony and Jeremiah.
No, not at all. It's still our 24/7 gig.
So, quick question. I was just reading an article on the Disney Parks blog indicating there was a photo op. There will be a photo op for Sam Wilson's new Captain America look. That does not imply a meet and greet, right?
Right.
Only if you're there.
Because another website, one of the comic book websites, seemed to imply you would be meeting the character, but they were just referencing the article. And the article just says, spread those wings and flying over to Hollywoodland for an updated photo op featuring Sam Wilson's new Captain America. And I presume this is replacing the WandaVision one, where there wasn't actually a character. So I don't know for.
Oh wait, are you meaning that you wouldn't have a physical representation of the person there?
No, are you going to have a walk around Sam Wilson Captain America?
Not
Oh.
anytime soon, because they won't have characters out for meet and greets.
Where are you seeing this? I don't see it
Why?
anywhere.
Why wouldn't you?
So this is the
I
article.
mean, not for. Okay, wait. Let me differentiate. In the past, you could meet and greet. Now they've been doing distanced photo ops.
This is a photo op of just my friend who is a cast member posted the picture of him at the photo op. It is just the shield with the wings. Also, Doobie, you should check live at laughingplace.com.
Uh-oh.
So, Mike, this is the article talking about the new Captain America merchandise, celebrating a new Captain America with a first look at new products inspired by the Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's an article from today. And then the very last paragraph of that just mentions the photo op at DCA, which I presumed just meant as Jeremiah described and has now confirmed, but which another website interpreted slightly differently. So I just wanted to get clarification from our experts, which is why we have people like Jeremiah here. So thank you, Jeremiah.
Yeah, I think
You're welcome.
photo op means something different from character meet and greet.
Yeah, I would agree. If it wasn't, I don't think they'd relegate it to the last paragraph of an article about merchandise either. So
Yeah, I remember what a big deal they made when Captain America was. I'm not Captain America. Captain Marvel.
Captain
was
Marvel. Right. So, okay. Anything else, peeps, before we shut this down and let Mike get some sleep as his big weekend approaches?
I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get to Southern California.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
something.
We fly down on Wednesday. Fly. Our arms are going to be very tired on Thursday as we wander Universal Studios Hollywood.
Yeah, my confession is I am at least twice as excited to go to Universal Studios as I am to go to Disneyland Resort.
I'm honestly more excited to be going to Universal Studios Hollywood. I grew up going like every year, at least once a year, if not more, and then became an annual pass holder in my adult years, then moved to Florida, so hadn't been since that move, and now Gideon, taking my son for the first time on the tram tour. I know it's not the same as it used to be, but it's still got Jaws, it's still got Earthquake. It has Kong still, right? Or no?
Yeah,
It has that,
the
like,
Kong
3D
frontier-
Oh,
yeah,
like
you
what
guys
they
see
have
out
here?
there.
Okay, so there's some Kong element. So yeah,
Still
so
has the Avalanche Tunnel. It still has Battlestar Galactica. So I am so excited to experience this.
no, I can't wait. I'm so excited. And get some hot butter beer. Maybe see an Indominus Rex.
Oh, and the best part, take the escalator.
Oh, it's not
The
an
Starway.
escalator. It's the Starway, right?
You're right.
Or the
You're
Star
right.
Walk, the Starway.
Starway.
The
yeah.
Starway.
Oh, and Secret Life of Pets.
Is Backdraft still there?
Dude,
No.
how old are you?
Pretty old. Thank you for reminding me. All right. Thanks,
Man
everybody.
of a Thousand Faces.
Did they ever do the Hollywood makeup show there?
No.
They used to have a Man of a Thousand Faces.
Conan?
Yeah.
By the power of Grayskull. They still
Okay,
have that?
no. Juby, please.
Orko would come out,
Stop.
and then you'd have Snarf come out. Snarf, Conan, Snarf, Conan.
Can you still sit in Kit? And
With
talk to him?
Conan, yes.
He told me a bad joke. Did I ever tell you that? I used to wear LA Dodgers gear like 24/7. I know, hard to believe, me being obsessed with something. And so I was at Universal and I had on my Dodger cap and everything, and I sat in the Kit car. And hey, Kit, asked Kit how fast he could go. He told me his top speed was classified. And then he asked me about my hat. He goes, hey, do you know what Michael Jackson and the LA Dodgers have in common? Why, no, Kit. What? They both wear a glove on their left hand for no apparent reason.
See, they're not sports people. They don't even get it.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
get
I'm so
it.
glad we ended this like 20 minutes ago.
See, Mike's problem is Mike has no baseball whatsoever in his life, and he just can't even begin to relate to the
That's
sport.
not true. That's
I
not true.
have
This is
more baseball than I could possibly stand.
This is back before this was back in the mid 80s, like not 88, but like that period between 81 and 88 where it felt like it was never going to happen again.
Tony, is hot butter beer always in season? It is in Florida.
No. Hot
Yeah, it
butter
is.
beer is only winter.
You guys are
Really?
both wrong.
Uh-oh.
There's still hot butter beer. It is not winter.
Oh, I thought it was
can-
only winter time.
You
as
can
well,
go
but-
get hot butter beer at Universal Hollywood and at Universal Orlando, according to their menus. And I bought hot butter beer during my last trip to Orlando, so I'm going to trust them that when I
There's-
go, I will be ordering hot butter beer in Hollywood.
There is someone on this stream. I just gave a sincere compliment a couple minutes ago for being an expert. I take it all back. Rebecca, you are the man. Thank you very much.
When it comes to my hot butter beer, no, we'll find out for sure. But like I say, I just ordered it when I was in Orlando, so I know it's no longer seasonal there. And according to the app, I can order it when I go to Universal Hollywood. So I'm going to trust that I will order it when I go to Universal Hollywood.
Please
Apparently
remind
this-
me to also bring a butter beer back for my wife because I didn't do it last time.
We will. We'll have
guys
your back,
send me
Mike.
a butter beer.
We'll have your back.
And
I can't believe people are still here as we just banter now.
I can't believe I'm still here.
We should just keep talking until we go to the park.
Like, see, we can do like an outlast. Who can outlast the four of us?
Kidder,
so here's a
I'm
question.
touching
I don't think
your,
anyone's going to be fast enough to answer this. But if you are, get that finger off the screen. Jeez, Jeremiah. One bold prediction coming out of opening weekend at the Disneyland Resort.
The rivers of America are drained, and they're going to use it as a queue.
I mean, there's not a 0% chance, so I would.
Mine's gonna be a wishful thinking one. Are you ready? The web slinging robot thing will make an unscheduled appearance.
Okay.
I like it. My big bold question is whether I'm going to be able to park hop at 1 p.m. as they say that I will.
Oh, my prediction is there's going to be a place outside the web slingers called Karen's Treats, and it's going to have twisted potatoes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I also don't understand.
The Avengers campus, they're going to have a snack place. Tony knows what I'm talking about because we had a cast member actually break the news on our walk and talk that nobody cares about, apparently.
Sorry, Jeremiah.
I'm done with this right now.
I'm predicting that Huggy Bear will be making appearances at Adventure Campus because they've been watching our show and they want to.
Oh, that's right. Twisted churros. Sorry.
Why is it called Karen's Treats?
Karen's Treats.
Have they announced virtual queue for Snow White?
No.
Okay, that's my prediction. Snow White will have a virtual queue by Saturday. It will be needed and will be enacted. All right, are you ready, Jeremiah? I thought you had something else to say. You wanna go ahead. Take the camera.
I need to upgrade my computer. My screen just.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Aww. Be careful, that thing will rip your face off.
Oh, that's just
claw an eye out.
Yeah. You should. That would be funny. You hold him up, take him down, you have an eye patch. That'd be great.
Kidder, I'll be at Disney Springs if somebody is scheduling that tomorrow at 2:00 or 11:00 Pacific.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Thank you, Kidder, for that. Is that Calico?
This is Calico.
Is it named after the mine train, or is that just coincidence?
She's named after the ghost town at Knott's Berry Farm, yes.
Okay, cool. She ever been there?
She has not. Not that I know of.
That was pretty funny. She has not. Knott's Berry Farm. Yeah. Bye, everybody.